Tyler Ugolyn used to play for the Tigers. This is a hard one to talk about, but we're gonna cover it because it's important, and I'll take some deep breaths as I go through this. But you'll see the number when you walk in the Tigers gym. It's up on the wall. You can see a court, and I'm gonna get this camera off me, and I'm gonna show you some stuff. So here's Tyler Ugolyn. He went to Columbia, a graduate of Richfield High School. Really good basketball player, and I'm going to talk about some stuff here about him, but I'm going to read his story. It might be easier for me. And there's Tyler at his graduation from Columbia. If you go up to the high school, you will see this court that's dedicated to him with a quote from him. I just love playing the game. And so you can see that that court was put in and is used all the time. And here he is on the court. I assume this is senior night at Richfield High School. With his parents. So stick with me. I'm going to just read you something here. And this is the number that Amos Gray wears this year. Luke McGarity wore it the year before. I think Chris Longo wore it the year before that. And I'm not sure of the other folks. But I'm going to read you a little something from Columbia College today. Thanks to John Walsh for sending me this. Amos Gray and I talked about this a little bit in our interview, and I plan to get to it with Amos in the next time we talked. But I think it's good for everyone to have a little background and understanding of what's going on here. So I'm just going to read you a little story here. So tall, good looking, with a laugh that made others laugh with him, Tyler Ugolyn, class of '01 from Columbia, led by example and turned his talent for sports into a vehicle to help others. The 1997 graduate of Ridgefield High School, a committed basketball star who earned his way to Columbia College as an athlete and a scholar, died at 23 in the September 11th terrorist attacks at the World Trade Center. Tyler, or Ty as he was affectionately known, was a son of Victor and Diane Ugolyn. Born August 7th, 1978 in Springfield, Mass., his basketball skill led him to be rated as one of the top 275 high school seniors in the country by Prep Star Recruiter's Handbook during his senior year. He was named first team All-Area and All-FCAC Division. In addition, he was nominated to the 1997 McDonald's High School All-American Team and received honorable mention recognition from the Adidas Blue Ribbon Handbook. Although Tyler was co-captain of his varsity basketball team at Columbia and also played varsity tennis and JV baseball, he took his studies very seriously. I'm sorry, I think that's in high school. He was an honor student at Ridgefield High School and a member of the National Honor Society. He was active in Safe Rides, Young Life, Key Club, Future Business Leaders, and Big Brothers, Big Sisters. He was also a student-athlete representative for Parent to Parent, selected by the high school to discuss with parents of incoming freshmen how to balance academics with athletics. A patriotic person, Tyler was one of 4 students awarded an internship to attend a summer week in Washington, D.C. to work with local and national government representatives. His essay on the Bill of Rights won recognition by the Library of Congress, and the state of Connecticut in a national social studies competition. An economics major at Columbia, Tyler continued his involvement on and off the court. Hampered by injuries, he ended his varsity basketball career in his junior year and channeled his energy into other activities. For his fraternity, Kappa Delta Rho, Tyler served as vice president, secretary, and webmaster. A devout Catholic who attended Mass regularly and had a natural leadership quality, Tyler became one of the founding members of Columbia Catholic Athletes. He initiated and ran an inner-city youth basketball league for Harlem children, was active in annual Columbia outreach program, and was a soup kitchen volunteer in Harlem. He became a Eucharistic minister and served as a sponsor for a friend who converted to Catholicism. He also participated as a Columbia representative along with students from Poland, Spain, Argentina, and Italy in a transatlantic televised prayer service with Pope John Paul II to pray the rosary in Latin for world peace. After graduation, Tyler joined Fred Alger Management, an investment firm in the World Trade Center, as a research associate. He intended to go on for his MBA and receive his CFA, become a portfolio manager, and eventually start his own investment management firm. He interned in the summer of 2000 with legendary money manager David Alger, whose wife said her husband didn't hire Tyler, he adopted him. Tyler was never afraid to show his strong faith or his family commitment. His friends at Ridgefield and Columbia called him a self-assured, fun-loving guy who always found even the simplest things entertaining. He was a presence, said one friend. No, he was his own presence. He was an inspiration to be around. He was a centerpiece. The September 24, 01 issue of Sports Illustrated featured a tribute to Tyler. Picture this perfect. Tyler went from being a face on a missing persons flyer to a friend you'd wish you'd met, excuse me. So there's a story you should read here, and it goes on for a little bit. And I'm going to take a break, but you should read it. It's out there. Just look up, Tyler Ugolyn. He went to Our Lady of Fatima down in Wilton, Ridgefield High School in Columbia. Service above self was something he believed in and demonstrated. And, it's a tribute and an honor for players to wear his number. And Amos Gray wears it this year. So I think when we're allowed back in the gym someday, go look at that. I believe there's also a plaque for him at the Boys and Girls Club that you can see. And of course, the court outside of Ridgefield High School, as well as many other tributes to this wonderful young man around the country. So, spend some time one day and look him up. Sounded like a special kid. And, honored that he went here. And he sounded like a heck of a ball player. I think 6'4" and All-American honors. So, that must have been special to see a kid like that come up through the Ridgefield programs and spend some time on the floor at the high school. So, so let's think about that when we watch these games and see Amos Gray wearing it and running around and embodying that spirit, and whoever else gets honored in the future years to wear that number. These things, time passes and sometimes you forget, and it's our job not to. We'll be back.